During the first few months of quarantine, I ended up playing through the entirety of the Halo franchise, ending off with the most recent entry, Halo Infinite, not too long ago, about 2023 or so, and I want to talk about it because this is one of the more popular, um, one of the more popular, I'm trying to think of the popular franchise out there. And it was definitely one of those series I was actually very excited to do. Obviously, I started back in September of 2021, so we're actually coming up on the 3-year anniversary of me starting Halo. And I'm not going to be talking about them in too much detail. This is going to be very off top of the head. It's not scripted or anything, hence why there's no model or anything as well. And obviously, the gameplay is of me just playing on Halo with cloud gaming, just because background gameplay. I want to start making some sense nowadays. But as a whole, I actually really enjoyed Halo. I definitely think there were some entries that were not as good, but I think most of them were really solid. Starting with Combat Evolved, obviously these are played through the Master Chief Collection, not the original versions or anything on PC, just default vanilla experiences. Combat Evolved is a really nice entry to the series, and I think it's a very nice, like, base point to go off of. It has its problems, mainly due to dated level design and stuff like that. Like, the one library mission was very long and very annoying and tedious, and I got stuck on it for a really long time. You also have a bunch of different things happening in Halo, a bunch of different stories. You have the introduction of the Flood, you have just general sort of baseline. And it's very fun. I really enjoyed it thoroughly. It was very good. I had a lot of fun. I definitely think, again, as a base point for the first entry in a beloved franchise goes, I think it's very solid. I definitely think if you're looking to start with Halo, it's at least a good starting point. And then if you don't want to continue on from that point, good for you, because after a couple entries, it gets a little bad. Overall downsides, again, it's dated. It's nothing really bad. Like, story, fine. Gameplay design, pretty good. And obviously it is just dated with the controls, because this was originally made for the original Xbox. So there's a lot of those issues going along there with that whole debacle. Even then, it's not even going to say that bad. A lot of them, again, a lot of it is still good. It's just those shortcomings from it being so dated and stuff like that definitely, not to say hold it back, but it definitely adds to some of the issues that you may encounter. But even then, it's still a great story. It actually did age fairly well in terms of the gameplay, and the story is pretty good. It's just obviously if you can handle the old school graphics from the Xbox One, from the OG Xbox and the remastered version, I think it was for 360, that they used for the Master Chief Collection, then go for it. I recommend it thoroughly. Again, if you have Game Pass, the Master Chief Collection is the easiest way to play it. So, yeah. As for the next game, Halo 2, definitely was, in my opinion, a really good sequel, all things considered. Definitely picked up a lot of the good parts of the original, fixed up a lot of the issues with weird samey levels and stuff like that. It was definitely very good, and a lot of it was also very, very, very fun. Like, the new idea of adding dual wielding was very fun, and the new everything involved with it was very good. This series, so to give you an idea, Halo 1 started on September 29th and ended on December 8th of 2021, while Halo 2 started up at the beginning of 2022 on January 5th and ended all the way in March of 2022. And overall, I really did enjoy Halo 2. Especially since there was a level where it had a Breaking Benjamin song that for the Anniversary Edition has no lyrics, but is fine. Or for the anniversary edition, it doesn't exist. But if you go to the OG graphics, because you can do that, I believe by pressing the back button on Halo 1 and 2, you can experience the graphics as the game was originally released as a fun little thing, and there's an achievement for doing it in every single level. For both games, I believe. But yeah, the overall levels are really fun. I like the idea of having the Arbiter be a second character you could play as, and was very fun and interesting, certainly, to say the least. And it was a really, really good end to Halo 2. Like, if you ended the series on that, it would have been fine. Because even then, Halo, the next games, the next couple aren't even that bad. I just say out of all of them, that one's definitely the strongest of the originals. The original, I would say, like, Bungie ones. Definitely. Next, we move on to Halo 3. Halo 3 started in May of 2022 and ended in July of 2022. I'm gonna straight up say it, I didn't really like it all that much. I think it was mainly because of just the time frame that I was in with life at that time. But I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt and say that there were a lot of good things going on there. I would definitely say it was a step up. It was all Xbox One graphics. It was very, very beautiful. And the gunplay and everything like that felt very, very clean. I really gotta admit, like, that's one thing Halo does well. I'm a COD player, if you are new here. If you're new here and you're watching this because it's recommended or whatever, I do play a lot of Call of Duty. I suck at Halo. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at most arena shooters. The most arena shooters I've played other than Halo is Splitgate. And even then, I haven't played Splitgate 2. But even so, I still enjoyed the gunplay when it made sense and it was very fun. Overall, the story of Halo 3 is really good. Like, it's very good. Again, it's the original trilogy of Halo 1, Halo 2, and Halo 3 are very nice and encapsulated little pieces of media that I think are really, really good and really stand the test of time, even compared to modern gaming nowadays. And I do recommend them. I really do. Because they have a lot going for them. Again, you have a lot of great characters. You have Master Chief, obviously still being just the amazing badass that he is. You have the Arbiter coming back from Halo 2, voiced by the ever-amazing Keith David. And just, in general, a lot of Halo 3 feels like it was definitely, like, meant to be at the end of the series. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because, again, there's a lot of good things that can happen if you start to make an end of a series and you try to make a sequel. Because then you can get some good things going on there. And I want to double check. Okay. Next on that list is, on the playthroughs, because I did actually do all of them, was Halo 3 ODST, which is a complementary piece to Halo 3. And that started in October of 2022. I took a decent long break. I think due to different things going on, and then also went all the way down to December of 2022. So it was basically a 3-month endeavor. I would definitely say, again, one of the best Halo games I played, because you get introduced to a bunch of different characters. You're not fully Master Chief. You're doing this whole new different thing, and I really, really enjoyed it. I think if you're gonna play a Halo game that doesn't have Master Chief in it, ODST is definitely one of the two you should play. It is really fun. It is really, really solid, and I think it is by far, out of all of them, the most fun I had in a game, just for the atmosphere of that game alone. It is very, very good. I highly recommend it. It is one of the few things I would recommend you definitely play if you're going to play through Halo, even if you only just played through Combat Evolved, and you don't plan on doing the rest. At least dip your foot into Halo 3 ODST, or at least watch a playthrough on it. It is amazingly fun. It stands the test of time as being, at least in my opinion, on the Master Chief Collection specifically, being the best Halo game. In terms of just visually. Then we reach the legendary Halo Reach, starting in January 4th of 2023, and ending in March of the same year. Oh my god. Halo Reach is one of the best Halo games I've played, without a doubt. I know a lot of people talk it up. A lot of people say it is really, really good. It is. It is definitely a little bit of a slow to start, but once it starts to pick up and you start getting towards the end, you really start to feel where they went ham with it. I believe this was, I think, the last one made by Bungie, if I recall. I'm going to double check that as I type here. Yeah, so Halo Reach it looks to be the last one made by Bungie, and it was definitely in my opinion, it was definitely the best one that Bungie made, just outright, because it is just so good. And overall, I think is, again, just a very solid experience. It is by far, just in general, the greatest gaming experience of all time, and in my opinion, gave us one of the best gaming memes of all time. That just being in the final mission, objective updated, survive. I truly think that even though I didn't do my playthrough on the hardest difficulty, I think playing through at least Halo Reach on Legendary is one of the most, not to use a pun here, or make a joke here, it is one of the most legendary experiences you can go through, because I actually ended up watching a playthrough of it on my own time after posting the series, and yeah, it is probably one of the hardest games I think I've ever seen played, and it is insane with how difficult that game can get. Halo Reach is seriously one of the best games of all time, and I'm not afraid to say that. And then we move on to the problem children. I have mean no offense to 343 Industries, but Halo 4 was not very good. The series for Halo 4 started in March of 2023, shortly after the ending of Halo Reach, and went all the way into May of 2023. I think that Halo 4 has a lot of good, but oh my good lord, does it have a lot of bad. It feels like it's so disconnected from Halo 3 that it almost is insulting. And they made Cortana, obviously had this idea of what Cortana was kind of building up in Halo 1 and 2 and 3, 2 and 3 mainly. It feels like they dropped the ball on 4. It really does. I'm sorry. A lot of the parts of Halo 4 I did like. I think the addition of the precursors, I think they're called? I can't remember what they're actually called. But like the new race of enemies, I think is very, very fun. I think it's very interesting. I think the hard light weapons that they have, those precursor like futuristic weapons, are really, really cool. Like the Sentinel weapons. I can't remember what they're called. Forgive me. It's been a very long time. They're very good. I think they're cool. It's very different that they're kind of leaning into the very neo-future type thing. And it has a lot of going for it. It's just so bad. And I feel bad because it has so much going for it. The didact is very interesting. I like it. A lot of it going on in this game feels very interesting, but it feels rushed and like unpolished. The game itself, gameplay-wise, great. It's just story feels very spotty. And not to say anything like, oh, the story's bad. It has some good elements. It has a lot of good. But there's lots of it that are very iffy. And I don't know how else to put it other than that it feels unfinished. Which is to say that it's not the worst out of the series. Immediately moving after Halo 4, starting in May of 2023, we started with Halo 5 Guardians, which ended in July of 2023. And I am not even joking when I say this. After about like the first 3 missions, I just wanted the game to be over. And that's not because the gameplay was bad. It's because I was so uninvested in the like other team that wasn't Master Chief's that I just felt so done. Just generally the entirety of the game just felt boring. And that's sad, because it feels like there was a lot more going on. And it has such an abrupt ending. I really complain about the ending just being kind of like, wait, that's it? It just ends on a dime. And it's just like, oh, this is not great. Yeah, Halo, I got nothing really good to say about Halo 5 other than the fact that I like the idea of having multiple teams and different perspectives, but still, not great. Not great at all. And then we move on to what is, in my opinion, the best of the modern era of Halo. That being Halo Infinite. It was the longer of the series. It was, instead of being around about 10 episodes or so, which was around about where all of them ended, they were just over 10 or just under. Halo Infinite started in August of 2023 and ended in December of 2023. A much longer series than normal. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. It had a lot. I felt like it had a lot going on, and I felt like it was trying to do too much with so little everything. But 343's storytelling was great, and it's really in episode 11, basically talking when it's Master Chief talking about with the pilot. That scene, if you know the scene I'm talking about, I think is a testament of the fact that 343 realized what they did with Halo 5, Halo 4, and just said, here's how Master Chief should be. And I think Halo Infinite is the definitive game, at least for the campaign, that really sold me on, like, okay, Halo is definitely very special to a lot of people. It's not special to me because I didn't grow up with it, but this game is really what inspired me to want to be able to keep moving on and doing beloved IPs like this. Because again, these games are beloved for a reason. I like playing games and showing off stories that are amazing just because they're amazing. Not just because, oh, I want to cover all the content possible. These games are made for people who have been with these franchises for so long. And I want to kind of see what's up and kind of get an idea and share those, either share the experiences with all these new players like myself, or just kind of get myself involved with the time capsule that is these games back when they were new. Like, I've been watching videos from YouTubers I don't watch anymore, on these games when they were new, just to kind of get an idea of what the hype was like, and the idea of, like, what's going on and what people are excited about. And hearing people get excited for some of these things, I'm just like, wow, people really did love this game. And that's not saying that, oh, Halo's gone down the hole, which, yeah, people at Halo Infinite it did, but still, it's like, I can see why these campaigns are so beloved and why these stories are so beloved. Because they are just generally inspiring, they're very powerful stories. And in my opinion, again, Halo Infinite definitely captures what Bungie did with Halo 1, 2, and 3, and ODST and Reach, and actually capitalizes on that level of storytelling and doesn't feel like it throws it away at the drop of a hat. All in all, I really gotta give, like, if I have to rate each Halo game in order of, like, which one's my favorite to my least favorite, Halo Reach, Halo 3D ODST, Halo Infinite, Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In that order. I would say story-wise. Gameplay-wise, shuffle a few things around, but I'd say definitively that's my list. And that's not saying that the one at the bottom is like, Halo 1, 2, and 3 are bad. It's just, I like Halo Reach, ODST, and Infinite just a little bit more storytelling-wise. But good lord, Halo 1, 2, and 3 were really competing for the top list, because I really did like those three. But Reach is probably my favorite, honestly. Like, Reach and ODST are my two favorites. And it's why I will stand by this. If you're going to play Halo, no matter what game you play, even if you start with Combat Evolved or do whatever, play Halo Reach. It is the best one, without a doubt. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this, I upload a whole sorts of different games. I don't plan on covering Halo much anymore in the future, unless there's a new Halo game that comes out or a new story or whatever. But still, yeah, I'll see you guys next video live stream I make. Have everybody stay safe. I can see you guys tomorrow for some Alien Isolation. I'm working on some other highly edited videos that should be coming out sometime next month, as well as Fox Ed should be getting some uploads sooner rather than later. But yeah, I'll see you guys next video live stream I make. Have a good day, buddy. Stay safe. And, play video games, guys. Don't be afraid to play a game you may not like the idea of. That's what my channel's all about, is stepping out of the comfort zone and playing games you may or may not enjoy. It's all about trying new things and giving yourself new experiences and trying out new experiences. All that matters is having fun. I'll see you guys next time.